ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to the stream. It's Thursday, so we're cooking. It is hot outside. It's only meant to be like 24 to 27 degrees today, but it is hot out there. Ow. All right, you may also be wondering why my hair's looking a bit funny. That's because this side decided today that it would go doing and the other side would just lay flat. So I had to wet this side. So it's looking a bit odd, but that's why. Today, cooking, yay. We're going to be doing cooking a minestrone. Simple dish, technically. Like really, as far as I can tell, there's no right way to cook a minestrone. It seems very much to be a use what we've got on hand recipe for the most part. So yeah, it is one of those interesting ones. The one we're going to do today actually has an option for chestnuts. But I have been so crazily running around doing stuff that chestnuts is not going to be a thing. But you can do that anyway. So yeah, we're gonna run this up. I did a costing of this. And we got to, with the ingredients I bought, allowing for, for example, I spent $10, I think it was, on bacon. We're going to use about $2 worth of that bacon. So, but overall cost for this is $30. We've spent $30 on all the ingredients for this. And so yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look how much of it is left at the end, how many serves we think we might get out of it, and then we will we'll have a guess. The other good thing about minestrone is it freezes. It freezes really well, because there is basically no dairy in this at all. So it will freeze nearly indefinitely. Not quite. You could probably, I guess, you'd probably freeze it for about a year and it would be fine. But, you shouldn't be taking a year. Shouldn't be taking a year. All right, so this one is mostly, there is mostly prep going on. Sorry, just checking on a couple of things. So we're going to start mostly with the prep, then we're going to get into the actual cooking, because a lot of it just all goes straight in. We are using some tin stuff today. We are using some diced tomato and borlotti beans out of the tin. How you doing, Rach? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. You'll take a year to eat your cornflakes if you get distracted enough. How you doing, Autumn? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Who are we freezing for a year? I don't know. Trump. Let's just put him on ice. Hey, Jim. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we'll just put Trump on ice for the next 12 months. And then when he comes out, he can just be melted and not be an issue anymore. I will be your first cryogenic president. Oh, that is an evil thought. All right, what are we doing? We are chopping up the bacon. Ding. No, indefinitely. Yes. Alright, so we have some wood smoked maple streaky bacon today. We're using that one. Rach, I feel like a bucket of orange goo with a wig would still fight to be the president because it's obviously his God-given right. Anytime a leader starts talking about God-given, I'm like, ooh, buddy. To me, it always sounds like, my made-up bestie said I'm the bestest. Every time. Sounds like a petulant child. And that goes for anyone. That's not that one, not just aimed at Trump. Anybody that says it's their God-given right, just you go over there, I'll be over here. That sounds exactly what they told us in Catholic primary school, which is why they're over there. All right, so we're saying I want to see a 70-gram rasher of bacon. The recipe calls for 2 rations of bacon or 140 grams. I'm like, $75-gram rasher of bacon. Seriously, who does that? That is a big pig, right? Rach, our made-up bestie did tell us we're the best, but then we have to live according to that which is the part many people struggle with. Sounds like a thick. I know. When I make my own bacon, yeah, I do like 1.5 centimeters thick rashers of bacon. I can't help it. I do the same when I buy speck. Oh, look what I didn't do. I'm going, why is it so quiet? I knew I'd forgotten something. I need the background music. Maybe a little loud. Alright. There we go, background music. Oh no, Rach is going to the podiatrist. Why are you podiatring this thing today? If I may ask. I think I did that one backwards. How did you get to be backwards? That's just weird. Alright, so that's about 100. Oh no, not the podiatrist. Rach was a bit worried about ingrown toenails, but in general because I'm on my feet on concrete all day, every day, I should probably pay attention to my feet's health. Yes. Yeah, that's fair. It was one of the things that in the infantry, the people would get very grumpy if you let your feet suffer. Because, you know, that's your mode of transport in and out of operational theatre and all the stuff. Yeah. Excellent, Mortem. I'm glad I'm making you hungry, and all I'm doing is slicing bacon so far. You know, that is kind of the purpose of a cooking show, is to make people hungry. So, you know, sorry, not sorry. Reach doesn't think the toenails are an issue as long as I keep cutting them straight and not too short, so that's good. Definitely need art support, I know that much, but I don't know if generic is enough. Also, boss, the music might be a little loud. Oh, what's that? Yeah, sorry, I thought I had adjusted it correctly, but obviously not. Alright, thanks, Rach. Yeah, we can't have the music being loud. Louder than me. What's wrong with this picture? Much gooder. Excellent, excellent. One of these days, I'm going to remember to take my anti-shake medicine before stream. Wait, see? Whoop. A little bit crooked. She'll be right. And ta-da, bacon! And you just flicked your hair tie across the room. Smart. Does Kevin go after them? Alright, I'm just going to grab the bag for... Oh, actually, I'm just going to... Yes. I'm going to grab the bag for that rind. Ta-da! And we'll put that in the freezer after stream. As I'm going to thaw out between now and then, we have the air conditioner on. Alright, yay bacon! Now we need a giant dough. I don't know how many birds we're going to need, so we're going to get a big one. Yummy, yummy, yummy. No. Yeah, I think this knife's getting a bit blunt. We should do something about that. There we go, that's better. What am I fling hair ties above Lumpy's head and he catches them and then he tries to destroy them with his teeth and claws. Probably why I keep losing hair ties. Yes, that may be part of the reason, Water. Grabbing our little compost bucket. Kevin does love a hair tie, yes. Unfortunately, she's luxuriating out in our lounge room. Yeah. Isha's in the room next door. Luxuriating also. Rach, I have a new one because I have no idea where that one went. Fair. Damn it, it was stretched to perfection. Yes, I remember those days of the perfect hair tie. Come on, off you come. There you go. Right, so minestrone I like a bit chunky, so I'm just going to rough cut all of these. I'm not going to do them really fine so that they sort of disintegrate into the mix. I want there to be bits of this left. Like I want to be able to see all the vegetables that we're putting in it. So I'm not going to, I'm not going to chop it really hard. You can see I've just chopped that into 4 bits. Hopefully you can see that on chop cam. So I'm basically cutting these into, like, if I put it through a centimeter cube, you know, just had a grid of centimeter cube chunk, maybe a bit bigger. Whoop. Back on you go. So basically doing 2 of everything. I guess this is a mirepoix, mainly because it's got carrot, celery and onion in it. Learn there are 2 camps of people when it comes to soup. People who like chunky soup and people who do not like chunky soup. Yeah, I used to be in the only chunky soup category. Then I found potato and leek soup, and so there are certain sorry, sniffles. I guess. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Got the sniffles going on. Yeah, and then I found the like potato and leek soup, which is a very smooth soup. But I do like it. It used to be you can feed me soup as long as I can't drink it through a straw. And then, of course, the gods took up the challenge that I presented them and gave me a yummy soup. Wibbly carrot, making life fun. Again, doing these into kind of bite-sized chunks. Jim, it's going to be a chunky soup. Don't use things that turn to grit when overcooked. Yeah, this is true. I also try not to overcook my soups. Ah, shaky hand. And now we look into the TV as we chop. Yeah, right. That got away from me. Autumn likes stew if it's like soup if it's more of a stew. Yeah, fair. It is interesting how everyone, what their preferences are. Alright, we're gonna use. Oh, look at that! Still got some dirt in it. I like it. Still got some dirt. So your celery leaves, depending on what you're doing, you can keep them to make stocks. So you make, when you're making a vegetable stock, or you want to do your little bit of stuff at the end of your bone broths and stuff like that, where you add the onion and things for that little bit of extra flavour. Keep all your celery stalks for it, throw it in the pot. Or, do what I'm going to do, throw it in the compost. Hot celery as a dog does a boy. Because that's funny. I'll go pick him up in a minute. Where did it end up? There it is. Found it. I'm just debating on where it gets to that size that you want to cut it down the middle. Probably don't overly need to for this one, but I'm gonna. Ta-da! Veggies! Right, okay, better head off. It's the other side of town, unfortunately, but it shouldn't take too long. I have a neurologist appointment at 1, so hopefully I'll make it home in between. Cool. Well, good luck. See you when you get back. I think that's all the veg. Oh no. Except the giant pumpkin.
Group hug. Ooh. Do you mind if I kiss the monkey? Ooh, hairball.
So we're using butternut pumpkin today. How you doing, Kiki? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing this fine Thursday? Taking the seeds out. I have actually had pumpkin seeds grow out of my compost. I find it vastly amusing every time it happens. That's the hair that I have in 2013 20Q4. Yes. Actually, I wonder, can I? We're going to do a little experiment. I'm going to see if a potato peeler will deal with butternut pumpkin. I don't know if you can hear that squeaking. No, it really doesn't want to deal with it. Kinda does. Yeah. Peeling pumpkins. Not my favorite pastime. Actually, we're just going to cut that end off, I think. There we go. How are you? You're eating lunch and then heading to work? Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm trying to figure out how to properly do this. I don't know. Hey. I am a little bit confused. Way too much. So we're putting in, for the record, we're putting in 800 grams of butternut pumpkin. Why are those confused? Just the shape is, trying to figure out how to peel this shape is being weird. Because, you know, pulling the knife towards you and all that is not the best place to be. So I'm obviously going to have to brush up on my peeling pumpkin skills. So I made a mess of the last one, and I'm making a worse mess of this one. Yeah, we can peel it. If you peel it, they will come. Ow! Fudge! The pumpkin just went up. Like you can see that little nick there. That just pushed up in under my nail. That hurt. I think you're meant to be able to peel these like a potato. I don't know. Meow. What? Why rolling your eyes at me? Ooh, there it is. Yep. Okay, that went deeper than I thought. I've been stabbed. Look it off, you'll knee right. You'll be right, couple of days. You love using the cleaver on the pumpkin? Yeah, that's fair. Yeehaw. Meow. That's really not working. This is fine. It's all going in the compost anyway, right? The weather is not lovely. It's hot and icky. It's better than it was yesterday, that's for sure. Oops, too far. Right, there we go. Well, I made a mess of that, but we're done. Ow. Whoop. Where'd I put the found it. Everyone can stop looking now. Pumpkin yak. They make me nauseous. May have something to do with my mum's early cooking experiments. Yeah, that's fair. Cabbage. Cabbage for me. Oops. Boink. My mother's early experimentation with cabbage. No, it wasn't experimentation. It was just the English way of cooking, where you put it in a pot and boil the absolute living hell out of it until there is nothing left of goodness, and serve. Just thinking how I'm going to proceed with the dicing. And pour the goodness down the drain? What? Right. Let's go halvesies. I'm not pouring any of the goodness down the drain. There has got to be an easier way than doing it than what I'm doing right now. Man, if I'm having a tantrum, you'll know about it. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Glad we're doing all the prep first. Alright, I'm thinking I may have to go get my big pan that was used and not washed. And wash it. Because there's a lot more vegetables than I thought there was going to be. Strep72, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. Hey, if you've got a better way that you think of chopping this up, let me know. Pumpkin is turning out to be my nemesis. I'm not having a lot of success with pumpkin. We're making a minestrone. Hence why we're doing the chunky cuts. But yes, silly arch nemesis pumpkin. Yeehaw! Yeah, this is I think because we did the pumpkin the other week, and now we're doing pumpkin again this week. Outside of just like roast pumpkin, I haven't done a lot of recipes over time that involve pumpkin. So, Straps, thank you for the follow. Doing the happy dance, doing the happy dance, doing the happy dance, doing the happy dance. All right, you head to work, Kiki. Have a good day. Hopefully all goes well for you. There's going to be a lot of serves in this soup. Right, I think that's everything. Now we need the rosemary and the sage. Rosemary. And again, we're at that part of the recipe where it says, like, put in this much. It's like, well, do you mean this much before chopping, this much after chopping? Right, we can actually start the cooking. No, we can't because I need that pan. Sorry about this, everyone. I'll be back with you in just a moment. Don't normally like just running the water like this, but needs must sometimes. Alright. And how to dry your dishes. Put them on the heat. Right, so once that heats up a little bit, we will start cooking the bacon. I have the excuse of getting the mezzaluna out. So we're going for 2 tablespoons of finely chopped rosemary. And again, you know, we started with probably 4 tablespoons, maybe a bit more, of full leaves. Now we're down to, I don't know, 1 and a bit. Thank you, mezzaluna. That's coming along nicely. Do we have any oil left? Yes, we do. Look at that. Nice. My bran oil is running out. Here's rice bran oil. Nice high temperature oil for cooking. And if you're wondering, I'm scraping with the back of that knife. Liquidy, liquidy. Love the drizzle patterns it just makes as it rolls around. So cool. So cool. Tiger, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. How are you feeling today, lovely lady? Whoop. Let's see if this works. Is this gonna work? Oh, look, it did work. You were lurking for a couple of hours in last night's stream. Yay! Apologies for not chatting. That's always fine, Tiger. I did see you had a very helpful chatter in the stream. Yes! Yes, they were extremely helpful. That was very nice of them coming along, giving me hints and tips and clues. Normally not a big one for back seating, but in Lobotomy Corporation, I find it tends to help. That's why I have the clue command. Because like if people watching see me struggling, it's like, clue? What Would you like to help? Right, so I had that heat up on high, just to get the pan really going. I've now turned it down to a medium. I'm just going to keep this moving for a couple of minutes. Then we throw the veggies on and we just leave them in there for a while, stirring occasionally, doing the thing. Starting to release its bacon fat, aka flavor. Oh hell no, Tiger. No. To complete that game, you need to get to day 50. As it stands, I'm getting to about day 10 or 11. And then, everything goes to hell. You can't go further. You go back to the start and you start again. As part of all that, there is a whole heap of information to collect on all the different abnormalities. So, yeah, it's huge. Alright, so we're going to throw all this in. And glad I got the big one. No! There's going to be a lot of serves in this. Just saying. Alright, just stirring this in to get the bacon mixed in nicely. All that onion will separate out as it heats up, so I'm not too worried about it being chunky at the moment. Sorry Tiger, I will catch up with chat in just a minute. Yeah, backseating isn't everyone's preference. I think it's very game specific for me also. Puzzle games, I really enjoyed backseating and working together with chat though. Yeah, right? Absolutely. With story-based RPG, I prefer to work it out on my own. Most of the time, yeah, I would agree with that. My head is bad today, so I'm struggling to see the words I'm typing. My apologies. That's perfectly fine, Tiger. You know that. You know I mostly auto-translate. Now, this is the fun one. This one is half a bunch of sage. It's like, seriously, can you be any more vague? But again, it wants it finely chopped, so here we go. It's one of the upsides of dyslexia is that you see the word backwards and it just makes sense. As long as most of the letters are there, I can usually get it. Alright, there we go. Half a bunch of sage. Finely chopped. Now, I do like the idea that we're going to have to put this in a stock pot. Because I don't think the rest of the ingredients are going to fit in this ginormous pan. Oops. So yeah, now we're just getting this to heat through, basically. Well, the onions to soften up a bit, the celery will soften up a bit. We're not going to get a lot done with the pumpkin at this point. But heating it up will start the process. So, other than bacon, is this mostly a veg dish? I think bacon is the only meat we've got in this. No, pasta's a veg. So yeah, bacon is the only meat that's in this. So if you take the meat out of this, this would actually, I think, be vegan if you took the bacon out. Because we've got onions, carrots, celery, butternut pumpkin, rosemary, sage, optional chestnuts, which we're not doing today. Sage, yeah, we said that one. Tomatoes, borlotti beans, veggie stock, pasta, and that's it. At this point of cooking, I would have lid on pan. Yeah, Jim, that I was just thinking that myself. This one, I do have to put the herbs in real quick. I'm going to put them on. I'm going to mix it, and then I'm probably going to take Jim's advice and put a lid on it. Could probably spread that out instead of just dumping it all in one place, eh? Right, I'm going to mix this in. Oops. Escaping bacon. Damn, look at that. That just looks pretty in its own right. Yeah, I always get the actual conditions for vegan mixed up. I think it's no animal product at all. I think that's what it is. I can never remember. I get told every time I talk about it, someone tells me what it actually is, and it will not stick in my brain, and I don't know why. But yeah, I think if you took the bacon out, this would be vegan. People often tell Tiger to put a lid on it. If you want it, then you gotta put a lid on it. Oh wow, why does that lid not fit? I thought that lid fit. That's weird. Okay. Fine, I'll get a bigger lid. Lock lid. Wonder if that must mean that lid fits on the smaller one. That's weird. Alright, now we'll let that soften up for a little bit. So, do I leave? Yeah, actually I'm gonna. So the next thing that goes in, we're going to leave that in there for a little bit, let it do its thing, soften up a bit. Then we'll add the beans. I'm going to perfect. I'm going to something dark side. I'm going to set a timer. Oh, I have more messages. What is this? Uh-oh. Timer. That's on the clock. Ah, stupid technology. No. Give me 10 minutes. Oh, good Lord. Stupid technology, says the streamer. Alright. Oh, we might be cooking it all in this. This is going to be interesting. I'm not sure I want to keep cooking it all in the pan, in that pan. I don't know if it's going to fit. That's my problem. Because we've got the 2 cans of beans to go in, or the beans and the tomato to go in. Then we've got 1.5 litres of veggie stock to go in. Then we've got pasta to go in. Not a lot of pasta. I'm just a little concerned that it may not quite all fit in that. I guess we'll see. Anyway, we're going to leave that in there for 10 to 15 minutes. Now, this part is kind of how long you leave it in there is going to determine how soft and broken up your veggies are. So, if you want this to turn into mush, you leave it in there. You leave this. Sounds like cauldron territory, right? But yeah, if you really want it to be, if you want the veggies to be really soft, really mushy, then you leave them a little longer in this at this stage. If you want them a bit more chewy, maybe with a bit more crunch, you leave this stage at minimal. So this is where now it comes down to what sort of texture you like. Okay. So the softer you make it here, because we've got more cooking to do yet. So the softer you make it here, the more mushy it's going to be when it gets to the end state of your soup. And that's entirely up to you. You know, I don't know why you would, but there's literally no reason you couldn't put a stick blender in it and turn it into a straw soup. All the nutrients are there. Might taste like crap, but all the nutrients are there. Tiger, I'm all for soft veg. I don't like crunchy carrot. Yeah, fair. I like it where I'm middle of the road. I kind of like it where you've got you don't crunch into the veg, but it will hold its shape until you've got to apply a little bit of pressure with your jaw to actually, but then it collapses, if that makes sense. So it's not really mushy where you just put it in your mouth and it just sort of squishes. You got to chew on it, but so it's just not quite crunchy, but you got to chew on it. Yeah. Shape holding approved. See, there you go. Al dente. Yeah, kinda. Tiger, minestrone from cans, I usually find I need to add a lot of salt to for more taste. Yeah. Yeah. That's true, but then I am a salt freak. There's more salt to everything. Alright, so we've used half a bunch of sage. Seriously? Half a bunch. I just don't know. Ah. You like to add parmesan to it at the end? Nice, nice. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Get a nice bit of that bite into it. Definitely. How long have we got? Oh, good enough. We're at about the halfway mark, so we're going to do an occasional stir. Woo! Baby! Oh, that's nice. There's a nice little bit of brown down the bottom there. In the middle. Whoops. Come back. Baby, come back. Alright, let's just flip this around a bit rather than... That just looks so tasty. Alright. So, let's have... See, onion's still got quite a bit of crunch to it. Celery's at that. Oh. There you come. The celery's at that point where it's heated through and it's got that explosion of moisture in it, but it's still got that little bit of crunch. Yeah. Okay, I got to admit, I did used to use the stinky shaker parmesan. I did. Then I got introduced to real parmesan. Well, then I got introduced to block parmesan. Then I got introduced to real parmesan, which is so parmesan cheese. They've pulled a champagne, right? So most people know that champagne is made in a certain region of Champagne in France, and that is now the only thing that's allowed to be called champagne. Parmesan is made in a certain area of Italy where there's certain types of grass with certain types of cows that all go through the process. Now, the taste difference between what I would buy as an Australian Parmesan and this Italian Parmesan, to my palate, is not much. It's not overly much. But, let's see if I've got a pack. Oh, boo! I don't have a pack. Okay. There is a little red, basically it looks like the old wax seals, but there's a little red seal that goes on Parmesan from that area in Italy. And I do tend to buy that. Most of the time, it's one of those things, then your roads were open to the real stuff? Absolutely, Tiger. It's one of those catch-22s, because there's not much flavour difference between the two, then to me, on a eco scale, it makes much more sense to buy the Australian style of Parmesan and eat that. Because, you know, we've got a place down the road, literally down the road, that makes it. And it tastes pretty good. That said though, supporting, even though it's not quite as friendly to the environment, supporting those local people, supporting those people that this has been, you know, for some of these makers, it's been a family tradition for centuries. That this has been their livelihood for centuries, and now people are copying it and calling it their own and undercutting them and all this other stuff. It's like, support the artisan that where this stuff comes from. So it's kind of that catch-22. So sometimes I feed the, hey, I'm supporting local artisans side of me, and then other times I do the support local side of me. It's one of those conundrums. I think, yeah, because both of those things are really important to me. The environment is really important to me because it's what keeps me alive. But artisans getting their due for their hard work, their diligence and all of that is also really important to me. So sometimes trying to strike a balance between those two. We got really deep about flavour of Parmesan, didn't we? So, yeah. It is one of those things that I do struggle with. Like, if we had a teleportation system that didn't hurt the environment, it was just like zap it from Italy to here with no carbon in the air. Done. Buying it all the time. So what about the cheese that is in, say, Coles with the red DOP stamp on it? The DOP stamp is the Italian, yes, that word, stamp that certifies it's Parmigiano Reggiano. Is that the real deal? As far as I know, yes. Parmigiano Reggiano, yes. If it's got that little red stamp, then yes, that is the stuff that has come from Italy. I get it from my local Foodland because I don't do Coles and Woolies. But they are, well, whoever, you know, has it in their shop, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to butcher the language. All right, who am I kidding? We're going to butcher the Italian language. Denominazione di origine protetta. Yes, that one. Yeah, that's the one I will use. Either that or it's not Lavera. It's one of the other ones. But yeah, one of the other local companies, they make a Parmesan as well. And I can't remember it off the top of my head. Right, that is stripping away. That is going very nicely. All right, so we are just going to have a quick check on the pumpkin. Whoosh! Look at the colours! Oh, far out! That was really hot. Alright. So at this point, that pumpkin's just got that ever so slight bit of crunch. Perfect where I want to go. Takes you back to Assassin's Creed. Where I butchered the Italian language on the regular. Alright, so we're going to throw in the tomatoes and beans. We're going to see how big that makes this. And then we may change over to a different pot. I may just try and shovel this in. I do want to get that stuff off the bottom of the pan. So at least I'm honest when I'm butchering the language. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your language. Alright. This kind of fits. Oh, look at that. All that brown on the bottom is just coming up and off. That's going into flavour country right there. Alright, let's get this mixed in. Because mixing in fluid is really easy. Kinda does it for us. Damn. That is pretty beastie. But we're still getting, we can still push that off, and the fluid isn't automatically just. So I think we'll give it a go. You thought it sounded good? Yay! Alright. I probably should have started with a big one, but okay. I got a feeling I'm going to regret this. What else are we putting in? Alright, here we go. We're going to see if we can do it. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. I don't know if you're going to be actually, I'll put it on this one. You can see that the silver lining is still in place. Yeah, I don't know. If it comes out into the meal, we'll know about it. It's mad science. Hey Chisel, how you doing? I wish I looked that excited for vegetables. But look at it though, it looks amazing. Yeah, because we've still got pasta to go in this. I don't think it's gonna fit. Right, that pot is looking very full, and we've still got pasta to go into it. So we're going to change pots. We're going to go over to the trusty cast iron. Hey Ruby, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. We've gone too far. We have definitely gone too far. Oh my god, this weighs a metric ton. Whew. I only lost one little bit of celery. Isn't that nice? Alright, we're going to crank you up. Nonnas everywhere are now really happy with me because I put it into cast iron. But I go on about having good cookware, right? And how good cookware makes cooking more fun. So this pan, you saw, we just left it there. We stirred it a couple of times. We put the veggie stock in to deglaze it, and that's the pan, right? That's pretty much, you give that a rinse, and it's clean again. Alright, a rinse and a wipe. Rinse and a wipe, and look at that. That's good cookware. To me, that's good cookware. Ruby, thank you, I'm okay. Looks like a nice big batch you made. Yeah, right. I'm doing really well, thank you. This one, so we were talking to Tiger about it earlier, and this one does have bacon in it. But if you take the bacon out, this is vegan. This comes down to vegan if you take the bacon out. Which is like it's never been used before. Exactly, Chisel. Yeah, so it's vegan. I did the price point on this. So I kept the receipts. I checked all the ingredients that we were using. The rosemary I got out of the garden, so you know I added maybe $1 for that. Definitely keep the bacon. So this whole meal, $30. All right, for everything we're cooking here. We're not quite finished. We've got to put a little bit of pasta in. But yeah, this is $30. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna get, like what? 6? I reckon there'd be at least 6 serves in that. So that'd be what? 15. Oh, sugar. Sorry, freezer door wasn't closed. So what, 6 serves, what's 6 divided by 30? It's like $5 per person? Yeah. Yeah, $5. $5 a serve. And for really healthy. And the flavor in it's insane anyway. There. Now, the cook time here, this is the last of the cook time. So you can cook this, even if you went a little bit too, not quite long enough in the pan, you cook it a little longer here, and this is where you keep checking it for its consistency, for how you like your veg, right? Right now, if you like really crunchy veg, this is heat the fluid up and serve. You're done. Leave it a couple of, as you're heating it up, throw the pasta in, and you're good. Because yeah, we're gonna put, when I find it, there it is. We have. I love this stuff. And again, made in Italy. This is 500 grams of pasta. We're not going to use the whole thing. The actual recipe says for only 100 grams, which seems a bit. So we're probably going to put a bit more in. Probably going to put about half of the packet, which will be about 250 grams. That's really going to suck the fluid out of it, but we can just put some more in. That's fine. Chisel, I'm good at math because I get other people to calculate for me, or I use a calculator. Yeah. Is that a penne? It's a cassarisi. This one. But pasta, you just put in whatever pasta you like. I've seen a number of people do minestrone with the little shell pasta. That goes in. I tend to go for the flavor I like. What's the other one? I think the other one is the same. Yeah, cassarisi. I like the cassarisi. It's tasty. Hard to use the shape. Yeah, sorry about that. It is one of my pet peeves, and I've just done it. Oh, have a look at this thing. Sorry. This is the one I'm using. Again, I think any real sort of pasta would work in this. The recipe actually says to crunch it up, to smash it. So we might do that. We might, maybe a little bit. Ooh. Look at that chunky in that. I love this. I love as I said earlier, my favorite type of soup is the chunky soups. So let that cool a little bit. yeah, so still a bit of crunch to that. So we've got plenty of cook time in the pot to mess around with. If you like really crunchy veg, then yeah, like I said, this is pretty much done for you at this point. Yeah, minestrone usually has small pasta when I've had it like shells or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I thought it interesting because the recipe I was looking at is predominantly, well, it says that to grab the thing and wail on it and make it all crunched up and little. So I'm going to give that a go, see what happens. Oops. Nope, still blew it. Right, so you may be wondering what I'm doing. I'm trying to get, because they put the words. Oh no, don't do it, don't do it. Yep, there we go. They put the words right through the, or they put these rivets right through the words on how to prepare it and stuff like that. So I was trying to see if I could just nice and easy pull it apart so that, you know, at some point I could actually read it. Turns out I can. Ah, itchy eyeball, sorry. Oh. I think there might be a little bit of hay fever coming on. Thank you for the lurk, Ruby. Alright, we're going to get about half of this. We need something to wail on. No, we're not doing that. Stop it already. Stop it. Grab a tea towel. Now, big sharp banging noises. So I'm probably gonna turn the sound off just for a little bit. I reckon that's about half. Because I know how sound can affect some people. And I'm trying to be more wary of that. So we're just going to turn the sound off. We're going to turn my volume off. The music will stay. So if I start talking again because I've forgotten to turn it back on, let me know. Okay. Yeah, poor ears. Alright, so there's still a couple of bits in there, but it didn't break up very well. Oh, that's okay. Some of it is just powdered. Some of it's like not. Oh well, anyway. That'll be good. So once the pasta goes in, that's when we set our cooking time. Really. Because at the moment, we can leave this on for as long as we want. And to whatever point. When the pasta goes in, that's when you've got to pay attention. So your veggies need to be just before you like them. They need to be done to the point just before you like how your veggies are done. Because obviously it's going to take like 10 minutes or whatever to get your pasta to the right point. And once you're there, you're good. Then you serve. Turn off the heat, serve. One thing we haven't done yet is, don't bite me, just going to check the flavour of the fluid. Oh my God. Wow. You can add a bit of salt and pepper to that, but it really doesn't need a lot. There is so, with the sage and rosemary and the bacon in it, it's even the bacon is an afterthought with the sage, the rosemary, and the vegetable flavors in it. So I'm not going to actually add a lot of either salt or pepper. Just going to stir that in and see what it. Hot things are hot. Alright, let's give that a go. Now obviously this isn't food safe because, I keep using the same spoon to taste. Oh God, far out. I'll be in my bunk. Because I'm using the same spoon, not entirely food safe. But if you want to make it, if you want to do all this testing but then still maintain some food safety, either continually change spoon, or when I'm doing it, when I need to be extra food safe because I'm not just cooking for the family, I have a small like soy dish, and you spoon into that, and you can sip as many times as you want out of that. You use the one spoon to keep refilling it because you're not putting your mouth germs on it. It's only on this, it's never touching this, so you can use it over and over again, and that maintains food safe. Obviously, I'm just cooking for the family at the moment, so, well, the household. I'm cooking for the household, so it's less of an issue. But yes, food safe, food safe. Yeah, we've probably used twice the amount of pasta the recipe calls for. It wants 100 grams, we're putting in 200. That is obviously going to change the amount of fluid it takes up, so we are going to have to keep an eye on that. If it takes up more fluid, a bit too much fluid, just throw in, we can either, I don't have any extra at the moment, but if you have extra, you can just throw in extra veggie stock, not a problem. Or you can just throw in a bit of water. Throw in another cup of water or so, just until it gets to the consistency that you like. And again, you're good. Go, my pretty. Ooh. So yeah, there is going to be at least 6 serves in that, maybe more. So for around $5 a meal, that's pretty good when you think about it. Bird! It's bird! Birdie of birdies! Don't ask for it, don't ask. Should not have done that. Alright, let's clean up this kitchen a little bit. Because dirty kitchen. Let's face it, it's always nice to clean up the kitchen as you go. Because when you've got a nice clean kitchen at the end of it all, oops, still using that one. It's just nice. Hey-o. Get to the rest of that. Some of it just won't go in the dishwasher, so it has to go in the me. Ow. Raw pasta. How did that sound? That must have sounded like I was breaking teeth. Back in. Back in. There you go. Yeah, the kitchen smells amazing. Uh-oh, Chisel's off to the dentist. No. Got to explain that one. You know what? I think if I went into my dentist and said, and he goes, "Oh, you've cracked your tooth. How'd you manage that?" I would go, you know, and I go, chewing dry pasta. He would just look at me and go, "Nah." Alright, so once this gets to the boil, well, it's just starting to get there now. So let's take a bit of, let's take one of the, find a bigger bit of pumpkin. There we go. Right. Hot. I don't know why taking stuff out of a boiling water would be hot. The next guy in the waiting room probably did the same thing. Possibly. Alright. This way. There we go. That gets washed. Right, let's get that in there. Yeah, the pumpkin, that big bit of that big bit of pumpkin, apart from being extremely hot, was like, it was exactly how it was. 99.9% of how I like it. It had that that texture, as you know, you've got to chew it, but it held together until I did. So yeah, a little bit more cooking from to get the pasta up to where it's al dente. We're done. I swear this is where the phrase "never trust a thin cook" comes from. It's because they're always taste testing their food to make sure it's nice. Right, I'm going to turn that down just a little bit to keep it simmering. I don't want it on the full boil. I don't want it in that rolling boil. I just want it at that nice sort of bubbling, bit more than simmering, but yeah. Perfect. Now, of course, I could have done this entire process in this pot. I just thought that the other pan would have been big enough. It wasn't. But now we cook, and then we eat. We eat the minestrone. I don't know. I'm sure that I don't know what song minestrone would go into. Wow. Looking forward to a bit of doodaddery. That's what I'm looking for. I have a name for this dish, the $5 minestrone. Yeah. Teeny bit misleading, but, you know, because you're going to spend more than $5 making it. You're going to spend a whole $30. And again, look, this is one of those things. Okay, $30 for some people is a lot of money. Minestrone, minestrone number 5. A little bit of celery in my life. A little bit of bacon by my side. But like for some people, $30 is an outlay. You know, that's that is an outlay for some people. It's the choice that, you know, how do I spend the last of my paycheck? But the thing is that, you know, this could feed you for a week. Almost. You can get a microwave dishes for $5, the minestrone with the oink in it. You can. You can get microwave food for reasonably cheap. Which is microwave food. A couple more minutes. Yeah, you take the bacon out of this, and yeah, it gets a ton cheaper. I also am using high-end bacon as well. So, you know, if you went El Cheapo bacon, you could probably knock $1 a serve off of this. But I'm just using not cheap bacon. Like nearly a third of that price is the bacon. Seriously. But yeah, you wanna get some really cheap bacon. Well, you know. So this would be what? This bacon would be like $45 a kilo, I think. It works out to. Which, if you go to your local butcher, that is not what they charge for bacon. But again, supporting local artisans. Maybe another minute or two, and that'll be done. So yeah, you can make this a ton cheaper if you use Del Cheapo bacon. But sacrifices we make, right? And clean glasses. Oh my god, I can see! I can really see! Bubble, bubble, boiling trouble. Nom 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 nom. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Pretty much where I'm up to right now. Ooh, yeah. So this would have been a little quicker if we'd used that pot from the start, because the time we had waiting for it to reheat to get back the fluid back up to heat would have been quite a bit faster. But aren't links prohibited? How do you mean, Shizzle? You mean the link to go have a look at the YouTube? It's my link coming from my chatbot to my YouTube channel. So as far as I know, Twitch doesn't auto ban any links, so that, you know, we as streamers can advertise our socials. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure that, like, because we get all the spammers, you know, come and get viewers and all that, pay for your viewers. They have links, so it does make it really easy to tell who's spamming me though. But again, this is why if people are telling me go check out a website or whatever, I'll just tell them to throw it up in Discord. Because trying to find it on my chat can be a problem. Oh, that's done. Perfect. Maybe. It will be. Right. You love which guys? Oh, the bots, the friend bots. That is not the right draw. That is the right draw. Alright, here we go. Give this a bit of a stir. Make sure we get one of everything. Holy shot. Damn. Tasty. There you go. Yeah, you could easily put a sprinkle of Parmesan on that. We may. I'm going to have a go at it straight up first. Then we might take, ooh, what the hell? Sorry. Okay, that's fine. Oh, no, okay. It's all good. It's all good. Confusion reigns. We're going to take a photo of this and we're going to put it, not necessarily immediately on Insta. We might try though, because we got to figure it out someday, right? Feed. Yeah, that's fine. No. Next. Hey. We don't want to add text. Share. That'll do. I'll put a comment on that later. Maybe. Get in the photo too. No, we're doing that taking photo of our food thing. Alright. Here we go. Step one. That has got so much in it. That's insane. Alright, let's try and get a little bit of everything in here. In the spoonful. Hot! Man. Oh. The flavors in that are just intense. Just gonna put just a crack of salt and pepper in. A teeny bit extra. We're going to blow on it this time. Still very hot. Still very hot. Still very hot. That is some amazing flavors. Now, somewhere in here, we have, here's some I prepared earlier. Right, we're going to give it a little garnish of Parmesan. Parmigiano Reggiano. Going to see how that goes. Here we go, Tiger. We're trying your suggestion. It really changes the nose of the dish. You get that bite of the Parmesan smell, like right up in your nostrils. As it goes, and right at the end of the palate, at the end of the bite, it adds. Hang on, it adds a sneeze. Gets right up in your nose and makes you sneeze. Right at the end of the bite too, you get that nice little sharp piece of a bit of Parmesan right at the end there. Yep, there it is. Oh. Whew. There's the pasta just has that little bit of chew in it. You made it for the tasting. Yay! Alright, it's finally starting to cool down to mostly edible. Alright, so what you may have missed, Ruby, is we tried it. Then we added a little bit of salt and pepper to add to for my palate. That just got it going so nicely. And then at Tiger's suggestion, earlier in the stream, she suggested that we that she puts a sprinkling of Parmesan on it. And that's really adds that little bit of bite at the end of it. Yeah, of course I burned my mouth. Yes, and there was sneezing. There was sneezing involved. It cooked quicker than anticipated. Right. And don't forget, the cook time was a little bit longer than it probably would have been if we'd started in the cast iron. Because we had to wait for the cast iron to heat back up and get it to that temperature. It looks amazing. Just chunkers of food. And there's all the veggies are right at that, right where I like it. Oh, I kind of want to put the stick blender in the end of this. I'm not going to. I just know. Yeah, this is really tasty. And again, this is another one of those meals that I'm halfway through a not huge bowl, and I can already feel it settling and filling me up, which is always a nice thing. Okay. That bit of pumpkin still had a little bit of crunch to it, like a little more solid than I would have liked, but yeah. That's fine. But that's okay. If you have it tasted, turn it back on for another 10 minutes. It's filling and cheap to make. I would say that's a great result, right? And like I said, nearly a third of the cost of this was the bacon I put in it, because I went for high-end bacon. I'm pretty sure, Chisel, that we have done an episode where we did French toast, so we have done an episode of toast. Let's see if John wants to make minestrone this fortnight now. Yay! Yeah, it's a fun little one where you can, you know, both of you sit around with a chopping board, sit around having a chat, have a glass of whatever's your favorite as it cooks. It's one of those ones where you can, it's not like putting the ingredients together, because it's one of those recipes where you do all the prep and then it's just a matter of keeping an eye on it and putting the next bit in when you're ready to put it in. It's not that intensive to cook. So sitting around, you know, having a chat with people and stuff, this is one of those meals that you could definitely do that. Yeah, right. And then when you get the munchies, your minestrone's ready. More. Lick the ball. There is a reason we call it. So, also, serving suggestion with this is crusty bread. All right, you get a nice panini or something like that, where you can really tear it apart and you dip it into the juices of it. I have had minestrones where I've just soaked the bread up so much that all of the fluid has come out of it, and then I've eaten all the veggies and food afterwards. That is perfectly reasonable. But yeah, good crusty bread, especially to wipe the bowl out with. Great. Panini? You haven't had panini. I love panini. It's awesome. Hype, 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 hype. No, I mean, I was just going, hang on, wait a minute, am I in that t-shirt? No. No. That is an SCA Festival t-shirt, as this is. But no, different t-shirts. But yeah, or the crusty bread of your choice. Yeah, look, you could actually do this with a not quite fresh baguette. If you've been having baguettes with stuff, if it's like day old and it's starting to get that little bit of extra crunch to it, go beautifully with this. Woolies white bread. You could, yes, if the yeah, of course you can. You can look. That's part of the thing. If your bread of choice is Woolies white bread, well, get your Woolies white bread. Dip it in your soup. If that's what your palate tells you is tasty, do it. I honestly prefer it is affordable, absolutely. I prefer a bread with a bit of crunch to it, because I find that if I just use plain bread, like regular bread, putting it into the soup can sometimes, it's like when you over steep your cookie in your cup of tea or your cup of Milo, and it falls off into the Milo. Right? I find regular bread like that. This is why I like crusty bread for this sort of stuff. It can be Woolies white crusty bread, absolutely. But I just find that if you do happen to dip it in and leave it in there a bit too long, the crusty bits keep it together long enough to get into your mouth. That's it. It's a pure practicality thing for me. Sometimes crunchy bread can cut my mouth. Yeah, yep, and that can be very much a reason not to do it. Again, if it is too over crunchy, something like a baguette that isn't excess crunchy, but does have a bit of stiffness to it, yeah, there's all sorts of different ways you can do it. And realistically, there's not really a wrong way. I mean, I have my way. But look, like I said, if generic Woolies white bread is the stuff that you like to dip in your soups, use that. Absolutely. Crusty is good for soup because when you soak it, the crust doesn't cut your mouth. Yeah. Yep. And, you know, that's, again, this all comes down to personal preference. Panini, I find, it's a nice crust. It's got a nice crust on it, but it's not excessively hard. So you do get that nice, as you say, Ruby, you get that nice, once it gets the soup on it, it doesn't cut into your mouth or anything like that. So, yeah, it's crusty without being excessively crusty. I don't know. If you like 3-week-old bread that's, you know, had a 2-inch crust on it, and that's what you want to put in your soup, use that. This is food. You know, you don't have to do exactly, yeah, if you don't use this very specific thing, then it's crap and you're shit. No, this is food. Eat it. Have fun with it. Taste it. So yeah, there we go. There is some minestrone. Oh. Like right now, and again, I am back at that point where I've got a nice, I've got a nice belly feel. It's that sort of, you know what? I've eaten stuff all of that. It was like 1.5 scoops. So that's like, that is not a big scoop. Like a cupped hand. And I had what, one, let's say 2. I had 2 of those scoops. You want to come around and grab a bowl? You wouldn't be the only one, Ruby. Yeah. Oh. Once that calls, I'm divvying that out. That's gonna be all right. There's some for you. There's some for you, and this is for my freezer. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, we'll see how many serves we get out of it. I'll report back probably tomorrow. I'll report back. Yep, there you go, Ruby. Told you wouldn't be the only one. I want to come around and get some. Good thing I live here. So there we go. That is minestrone. So coming up. All right, actually, let's bring the volume down a bit. All right, there we go. So coming up. Tomorrow we're kicking off at 10 o'clock Adelaide time. We'll be kicking off to go play some more Valheim free build. We're just running around free building in Valheim. Oh, cool, nightmares here. Then we go around to Tuesday where we will be. Geez, Adelaide, you had it rough yesterday. Yeah, we had it rough yesterday. I think Central Australia got up to over 50 degrees in some places Celsius, which, whew. Yeah, next Tuesday we'll be doing some more Satisfactory again with Jim and Wardham. They'll be joining us tomorrow, hopefully as well. Well, if Wardham isn't joining us, we may not be playing. No worries, Tiger. Yay, you got another cooking day. High humidity, yeah. Yeah, so Satisfactory, more Satisfactory going on. We are becoming oil barons now. Then we'll have on Wednesday evening, we'll be back doing some more Lobotomy Corporation. We'll be playing that until Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out. Once that's out, we'll go play that. And then we might actually go back to Lobotomy Corporation. We'll see. We'll see how far we've gotten into it. Then we get to next Thursday, where we'll be back and we'll be cooking again. Yay! Oil barons. So yeah, that's what's coming up during the week. Hopefully, oh yeah, if you have any ideas for recipes that you would like me to try, have a go at, you can DM me, you can jump in chat while we're streaming, you can jump onto the Discord and do the Discord thing with us. There is a suggestion there for the recipes. Most of the recipes we've done are up in the Discord, and you can just go through them and have a look. They are pretty much all alphabetically sorted. Yeah, so if you have any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, I just keep cooking stuff. So we have, at the moment, Nightmare appears to be streaming, so we might go raid Nightmare. We will, and it appears, I'm going to say this out loud, it appears that the new internet cable has solved the issue of streams breaking up, which is good. What do we got? It's been going for an hour and a half. We should be okay. That should be okay to do a raid on Nightmare. So we're going to go do a raid on Nightmare. Say hi if you haven't. Take a watch if you haven't. Throw them a follow. Follows are really nice for streamers. They are really appreciated. And they're free. So, /raid. Nightmare is currently playing No Man's Sky, which is... I really enjoy No Man's Sky. So hopefully we will see everyone tomorrow. Let's see if that works. Oh, no, it did not. Why did it not? Oh, okay. Oh, wait, we don't need the at. Have a great time zone. Yes, have a great time zone, Tiger. There we go. We got the raid. All right, we're going to go raid Nightmare. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for just being you. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow. If we don't, we'll see you when you see it. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Don't forget to check the description for any links I may have left there. If you like the video, please press like or subscribe to my channel. Next video in the series is up here. Until then, stay safe, have fun.